hello, I'm Roy. My co-host from the other video isn't here. He's at his house. I guess he doesn't really feel like talking a whole lot on these videos. He'll battle though, but not no talking, I guess. So, I guess I have to finish this alone. Last time I spoke of some of the pole arms. I got two more before I move on to my swords that I have. My sister's trident that I made her for Christmas last year. I know it's all the tape I had left at the time. She calls herself Lilith Morgan, I guess. That's her battle character or whatever. We have her other trident. Crescent Moon one, as she calls it. As you see in her video, she uses this to block the weapons, and she comes in with this one, the Gladius, to well, she moves your weapon out of the way, she'll stab you. So. Now, these ones, they're white because they're supposed to be made out of bone. They're what I made up as a necro blade. This is the dragon skull necro blade. What it does, and so does this Brutus 3. The other Brutuses we talked about in another video. They were really old, and well, the first one we made was really old. It was like the second sword ever made, and it anyways, I made it, and it eventually, since I was new and the anime club didn't explain it that well when I was all those years ago, I only made it with two, with a PVC pipe, and eventually it broke off and whatever. But the second version of the Brutus was probably, I guess, longer than this, about this long, maybe, but which is, I'm about 5'4", so about that. And it was made with soft cell foam on the outside layers, and the inside layer was just one piece of the normal blue closed cell camping mat foam. What happened there was I had it, and then right here where the guard was, it was like this, the guard. But I didn't make it right, and it ripped off eventually. But it was pretty sweet looking. This one's the Fang, by the way. This is one of the offhand weapons, or for dual wielding. Anyways, back to these necro blades are for like undead type games. Like if I hit you with it and I killed you, you'd come back in 10 count out loud as a zombie. If I wounded you, you'd count to 10 and you'd come back as my zombie. Only if I was to die, then you'd be free of the spell because you're only wounded. Those are the games I made up. And necro blades are my idea as well. So there you have it for these two swords. You see me use this one in other videos. Only the thing is that it was longer. But since the pipe's in this, it doesn't take as much damage or whatever. Well, it doesn't get wore out because it don't bend because it's solid. But right here is where it would bend the most. So it snapped one day in the middle of fighting. So about 5 seconds later, I made it look like this. All I did is move this up, and this is where it was. And then I moved the counterbalance from the old handle to here. This one's counterbalance. So it's a what we call Europe, Oriental style because of the way the balance is. This one I recently made 2 layers. It has fiberglass core. So does the 2 necro blades. This I use with the one I just showed you, my offhand weapon, completely foam, so it's throwable. This is the second oldest weapon I have. Not retired yet, because it's still good. This is made from some scraps, because, whatever, but, and here, it's really stretchy. So you put this on your wrist, and you can throw it, and you can, if you yank your hand back, it'll come back to you. Yes, I have practice with it, and I can do it. But we usually keep it wrapped up. I'll wrap it up later. Then you have this one. This is whatever, so a bigger round core though. 4 layers instead of 3. We have these, but these were mounted like this with right about here would be it was a T-section, then it'd come up so you can hang on to it, kind of like a tofa or whatever it's called, but only had 2 leaves sticking out like this, and like fangs. And but my sister, who was in the green coat in the other videos in winter, decided to make something else out of them because I guess she didn't want to use it. It was a really heavy weapon. I was the only one that really used it. Because the way it was made, you can turn it like this, make it into a shield, or you can whip it around like this. It's pretty sweet. Too bad we didn't have the videos of it. Here is my maul. I just need to tape it. Comes up to here. White. We have offhand weapons now. The other offhand weapons. Scythe. This was part of a very, very big sword. The sword was about this wide. It was a little taller than about up to here, and came down. And you could have the handle was in the middle of the blade, but on the one edge, like the top edge, you can hang on to it. There's still a blade down here. And it came down, and the bottom handle was like this, with this at the end. So it was like a big, huge wall, as well as a complete, full-bladed weapon. That was about 5, 6, or 6 feet of a continuous blade, and then hooked at the bottom like that. But I took that apart because it was so cheap. No one could get past it. It was complete defense and offensive. So, and a lot of people got a little mad. You can't use that. It's so cheating. And I was like, whatever. But I only took it apart because I was gonna make it thinner, a more awesome version of it. But anyways, onto this. You have the scorpion claw that goes along with the scorpion tail whip. Catch weapons in the throw them aside and like that. See, we have this part was part of something else, but it flopped and flopped. And even if you blocked the weapon that it used to be, the huge sword, it would come around and slap you anyways. But it eventually tore because people kept stabbing with it, and it went like this, and things broke through. So I made it to a little knife instead. Then we have this mace. I actually didn't make it like this here, but since I sat it down on for a while, it just molded like that, so it still looks cool. Then we have this short sword with a knife at the bottom for like a not only dual wielding, but you can use it like a shield or whatever, you know. Now we go on to some of my armor. I'm not sure if the helmet just looks gay. I mean, it's tie-dye, it's all I had left. But anyway, here's my gauntlet. It goes with this one. I tore people up with this shit. So, just need to get it retaped. But anyways, you'd design like this, throw the weapon aside, come across, you know, for hand-to-hand battle. You can block a lot of weapons with this, because it's just not only dual wielding, but you have to get in really close, which means the longer weapons are at a disadvantage. You got these that come up here like this. My old symbol, by the way. And the other one. Then we have gloves. There's some knuckle ring on there to protect your hands. Then we have Shinji, the guy in the last tutorial video. Bat. I have to finish taping it. I guess I can go through I'll go through the throwing weapons later, I guess I'm doing now. You have a dart to throw in your hand for more accuracy. Got 2 grenades. You have a little thing like this. That flies pretty straight. Little hatchet. This axe broke. Whatever. And you got this Kohaku's weapon from Inuyasha, only it did have a string with another end, but it came untied and came off. So I just completely covered it with foam and made it a throwing weapon. We got a boomerang. Flies pretty fast and almost can't see it coming. We got this. And we got this is my first throwing weapon. There was a gust of wind once, and this whole day was all gusty. But one time when Shinji threw it, there was no gust of wind, and I was sitting there dumbfounded because I was hoping for the wind to come, and it never came. It caught me in the throat. I just stood there and took it. But yeah, that's it. But I guess here's my armor. This I have to retape, coming apart, but it fits on my head perfect, and it has a little chin thing so it stays on there. I have to redo this one. No one wears this, not even me. But that's it for this demonstration this time. I'll be back with more videos later, I guess. Bye.